Hello, you belly full of baby octopuses. Jim Sterling here, and this is Dynasty Warriors 8. A game we've not seen, we haven't seen it since about 50,000 subscribers ago. Because, at long last, we are at 100,000 subscribers on the channel. And the time has come to do a little bit of celebration with a little bit of Dynasty Warriors. The only way to enjoy the video games. I don't even know what I'm saying. But regardless, I'm getting my ass kicked anyway. I just needed some background gaming so that I could talk about how awesome this is. I did not expect it to be so quick. I'm really ill-prepared. I didn't expect I could see the numbers going up, but I thought I'd have a bit more time, so I'm kind of throwing on more Dynasty Warriors just so I get to say something. Obviously, a big thank you is the biggest point, because this is incredible, and not exactly sure what to say, but I started really working on this channel. I mean, I've had the channel for years, but I didn't really touch it, and it wasn't until last year. Was it last year? No. It was shortly before last. Shortly, a little over a year ago. Sorry, absolutely lost for words today. It was a little over a year ago I started the channel up. I think about September of last year, or a little bit before. When I did, it was at 2 AM, and I just woke up panicking, thinking, you know what? I've got to finally fucking do something about the fact that I want to do more video stuff. And I'm just kind of sat here worrying about doing that and not actually doing it. So it was 2 AM, and then I just hopped on Steam and grabbed the first game I saw, and that kind of became the running theme for a lot of what this channel does, really. But I grabbed the first thing I saw at the time, which was Viscera Cleanup Detail, which had just come on Steam, and started playing it and talking over it, And that's really the beginning, and in just over a year we went from about 1,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers, which has just been a whole bunch of fucking wow. Obviously recent events have seen the channel get even more popular, but the groundwork was really laid before that. We were already at about 82,000 subscribers, just based on doing the Squirty Play gameplay series, and the Early Access Squirt, and some of the other things I was doing here. Jimquisition coming over, saw a huge spike in numbers. And here we are. The numbers are continuing to go up. And, I'm having the time of my life right now, doing my work and working hard for everyone, and just wow, it's awesome that so many people have been into me doing this, especially to the point where I could break out of corporate shackles, as it were, and start up a Patreon for the Jimquisition and the Jimquisition website and stuff, to allow me to keep doing all this full time without having to work for another company and go all ad-supported and shit for Jimquisition, for the website, and everything. And, it's been a tough year for me, actually, professionally and personally. It's been a lot of changes, a lot of stressful things going on, and ending the year on the sort of high that I've been able to end it on. Controls are still fucking stodgy on this PC version. Is more than I expected. To suddenly have my entire career change the way it has. Like I said, it's been stressful, but fucking incredible. And it's sometimes hard to... I get imposter syndrome a lot. It's sometimes hard to feel like I've earned what I have and deserve to have the awesome opportunities I have. There are plenty of people online willing to remind me that I don't deserve these things, although my note to them is, I get pretty bad imposter syndrome, so anything you say about my lack of deserving things, I've already said to myself multiple times for many years. But, you know, part of dealing with that is allowing yourself to say, no, you know what, I worked hard. I've been doing this now for about 8 years, working at Destructoid, and then The Escapist, in between freelancing for other websites like Games Radar, GamePro, IGN, all that. So, you know, I feel like I've worked hard enough for these things to happen, I think. Yeah, fucking PC controls. But either way, you know, this isn't something I'd have done without all of you people enjoying what I do and being so supportive and sharing when you like something and encouraging me to keep doing shit. And, you know, I feel like I've been able to build like a nice little community, I guess, of stuff. Of you know, people and ideas over the years. I mean, the podcast stuff I do alone has built up a community to where people have formed actual, like, romantic relationships based off their mutual association with the podcast and stuff, so that's something I can feel proud of. Sorry, I'm obviously being a bit mawkish and sentimental and shit, but, you know, this is a big deal. Getting to the 100,000 was a kind of big deal for me. Especially as someone who has been watching changes in the game industry, in the game coverage industry, game media industry. You know, the change from written content to video content and YouTube personalities and all this. As someone who's started as a writer but then always tried to work to, I guess, straddle the line and try and do a bit of everything, which is always my advice to anyone trying to do that kind of thing, is to try and be very flexible, because what's the hot new thing today could be passé tomorrow, you know. Absolutely talking with no sense of cohesion. I do apologise, good children watching at home. But anyway, you know, I'm playing Dynasty Warriors, so that's a good laugh. Look at him just mashing everything up. It's good. It's good! And we're going to go ahead where the little green square is. But if this work can keep going for a while, you know, doing the videos I do daily on YouTube here, working on Jimquisition, working on my own ad-free reviews website, that's thejimquisition.com, and, you know, the Patreon being a success. If you've not heard about that, because I don't promote it as much as some people do theirs. Then again, you know, I'm privileged enough to not have to spam references to it, but that's at Patreon/Jimquisition, if you want. Don't have to. But all of that stuff, all the stuff I've been doing is just... This is some of the most exciting, fun, encouraging work I've done in a long, long time. Especially with just this past year, it's been a nastier climate all round. For multiple reasons, financial reasons, you know. There's a lot of struggles as audiences shift and change and stuff. It's not been a great year overall for video games themselves, unless, you know, the most high-profile games being re-releases is your idea of brilliance. It's been tough, and my passion for things has been dwindling a lot recently. But these past few weeks, it's just come back with a vengeance. You know, being fully in control of your own stuff. Not to mention just the infectious excitement from people who are, you know, investing in everything and just are excited to see more. You know, I've had a lot of people asking me about, you know, the podcast before I got that set up, and asking me about things like Skyrim by committee and other series and ideas, and no demands. No one's ever been snotty and demanding of me. It's based purely in excitement, you know. People are just eager to see what happens, and that's infectious. You know, you see people that into what you're doing, and then it's hard not to be into it yourself. I haven't even been using many of my charge attacks. I've been warbling and talking bollocks. Can't do that. So anyway, you know, that's all that bollocks. Old Taishesha there, taking a walloping. Trying to change his weapon on me. Dick and balls. Change his weapon again. I can do this all bloody day, mate. Anyway, that's that. We'll throw it, will we? Dynasty Warriors is a good game. So anyway, you know, things we've got coming up. Obviously tomorrow's Jimquisition, ad-free because of the Patreon stuff, yay. I don't know what you want here. Why did I do that? There we go. I was confused because of the keyboard controls, which don't change if you're using a controller. Anyway, it's sort of the end of 2014, so I'll be working on the Jimquisition Awards, which will be a nice little award show. Which, again, being Jimquisition, will be ad-free, so 90% of my award show won't be commercials. For things like, you know, for example, a Far Cry 4 Season Pass. Haha. We'll have the shittiest games of the year as well, which is kind of a tradition for the Jimquisition. That's difficult. Even as far back as February of this year, I was wondering what the fuck I'm gonna do for that. Because I normally do 10, but I had 10 by February. And it didn't get better. Between all of the shit we've seen on Steam, on Early Access, on everything, it's... Get fuck off. Who knows? But we'll do something. Just gonna wail on some of these guys, because why not? Start off match on. There we go. So no, good stuff coming. Of course, I'll be thinking of more content to do for the Jimquisition.com because, you know, the big review stuff's out the way now. There's always something we can come up with. We've got the podcast I do, the Podquisition, co-featuring Miracle of Sound, Kevin Dunn, who, you know, is an awesome man. And Laura Kate, excellent journalist and podcast veteran. He does more podcasts than I do. I got my old Fish Chart Marketing podcast is another one I do. Right. Can I fucking go through here now or not? Come on. It's been ages since I've done this level. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll go the other way around. It doesn't even matter if I win this. Like, it's just an excuse to have a chat. And run out of things to chat about. Did you turn your back for 3 fucking seconds? Almost at 1,000 kills, anyways. Keep pressing the wrong button because of, again, the PC controls are oddly different to everything. Oh god, pressing the wrong button now anyway. Anyway, I've run out of things to say, so I'm probably just going to end this. We got 1,000 kills, that'll do. Once again, thank you for joining me on this endeavour this whole time. More than I could have expected, for sure. Yeah. Like I said, the speed of it's blown me away. Never could have imagined I couldn't imagine... Like I said, because of the imposter syndrome and everything, and the general anxiety and general self-loathing that I feel is required to be a good content producer, it's hard to get a gauge of how successful you are, whether people actually enjoy what you do or not. But between the Patreon's rapid success and the success of this channel overall, and just how everything has just been better than I ever would have expected it. I mean, I've said this before, I'm the kind of guy who has refused to do panels at shows, not because I feel I'm too good for it. I love doing panels. But I've always done them with other people because I never consider myself enough to... Like, I feel who'd turn up? Who'd bother? What would be the point? That's the kind of idiot I guess I am. And then, all this stuff happens and it's just like, Jesus, well, I wasn't expecting that. So... Fuck. I guess I'm good for something.